Good evening, good afternoon. This is Tina because I always record the videos in the evening. Okay, kind of like a habit now. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. How is your weekend? Today, the weather in Fairfield, Iowa is nice. It's not that cold, but it's kind of like windy because I have to record the videos. Actually, I didn't go out, but I like the nice weather. During the past several years, I've tried my best to avoid the cold weather in Fairfield, Iowa. Actually, I never spent a winter kind of like between like December, November, or kind of like February. Normally, I come back to this place at the end of February, okay, and leave before the Christmas to avoid the coldest weather here. Okay. Get back to the topic. Okay, we're gonna talk about a unique index here, and based on the index type name, you already know what's gonna happen, right? Unique means only one. Like each person here in the world is unique. Okay, no two people are identical, right? Cannot be. Like every student ID is unique. Like every social security number here in United States is unique, right? And the unique index means for the field you apply the index, the value for the field must be unique. Okay, like the primary key, the underscore ID, the value for underscore ID gonna be unique, which is you to uniquely identify a specific document in the collection, right? And but when we design, why do we need to create unique index? Okay, let me create, because we already have a primary key. By default, primary key gonna be unique, right? And we already have a unique primary key as unique. Do I need to have another special field to be unique? Yes, you need, because when we design the collection or design table in SQL database, right? And we have to select which field should be the primary key, right? We have to decide how to choose primary key, which field. Primary key has to be unique, and which field should be a primary key. Suppose now we are designing for a student collection, and the students, he has said a lot of things which is unique, like a student ID is unique. Okay, each student in a particular school is unique, and social security number is unique. Driver license number is unique, right, for each student. Okay, so can I use those for primary key? Yes, you can. But is it recommended or is the best way? No, they are not the best way. Yes, you can, but not the good option for the primary key for this student's collection. For a primary key, it has two types of primary key. One is called a natural key. The other one is called surrogate key. What's the difference between natural key? Is like a student ID, social security numbers, driver license here. It has business meaning. Carry business meaning, which related to your business, like a student. Okay, related to a student. This surrogate key means no business meaning. Okay. And what is surrogate key? Like in MySQL, the primary key, you can check auto increment, okay? And for the students in the collection, okay, in MongoDB, and that primary key, you can also ask MongoDB to automatically generate it for you, right? And the type is object ID type. It can be automatically generated by the database, and this is called a surrogate key. These are the two types for the primary key. And the recommended way is when you choose primary key, don't using natural key. Suppose now I have a student collection, I want to using social security number as a primary key. Then it's gonna have issues because as international student, when we arrive in United States, at that time we don't have a social security number. That means without a social security number, our information is not in our database. So during the time between entered to the school and before we get a social security number, where should we store the students' information, like the entry or other things? Because when they entered, they must have taken courses. After taking courses, they must have the the grades, all the things. But if those are all happened before social security number getting assigned to the students, then it means you cannot store all the information in the database. That's gonna have a problem, right? The same thing for the driver license. We're gonna facing the similar issue to the student ID. So for this case, when we select a primary key for this collection, probably we just ask MongoDB to automatically generate the surrogate key for us, okay? And now in this collection, we're gonna have ID. The type gonna be object ID. MongoDB created for us, okay? Assign the value for us. Then we're gonna have a student ID, which is suppose you have in our school is like a 98 something, okay? And we have social security number and the numbers, and we have driver license number, okay? And probably have the entry, those information which entry you have. And now ask you one question. Who insert a value into a database? Is it a machine? No, it's our staff, which is a human, insert values into the database for each of the student, right? And as a human, we all make mistakes. Like when we design web applications, we never trust users' inputs. So that's why we need to have lots of validation on users' input. Is it a correct email, or it's a correct format for our database, for the date, the format, those things. Also here, when we're trying to insert value for the student ID, we know student ID has to be unique. But if as a human, we can sometimes, when we have type error, then two students in our students collection might have duplicated student ID. Okay, so this is not avoidable because we all make mistakes, right? So we can do is add a unique. We can add a unique index here. So when the staff trying to insert a record which has the duplicate student ID, it cannot insert it successfully. That makes sure the social security number, student ID, driver license all unique. Okay, and when they insert a duplicate, it's just 3 exceptions cannot insert it successfully. So database remain one copy of the same student ID. And let me give you some concrete example, okay? So now here, let's using db test c, let's using test col dot drop. First we drop, okay? And now we're using db test col dot insert. Okay, insert x is x. I want to use x, okay? x1 db dot test column dot insert x2, okay? And now in our database, this collection, we have two documents, okay? Now if I want to insert create unique index on this x, how to do that? db.test.col.create index, still create index, and then you give it which field you want to use. I want to use x, and then you specify it's a descending or ascending. This is descending. Then you can add the option which is unique. It's true. Will I add successfully? Definitely, because currently in my database, the two document, the X value is different. Okay. Now let's see. Now get indexes. You will see here this index, okay, and unique equals true, okay, and which is successful. Now this is our documents. Now if I want to insert another document, find insert, okay, I want to you can use insert one, okay. Here create index X equals 2. Can I insert it successfully? No, because in our database we already have an X, okay, which value is 2. Then you want to insert the same value? No, not allowed. See here? Okay, so here this is arrow, right arrow, duplicate key arrow collection, test X minus 1, duplicate key 2, okay, because you already have 1, okay. And now let me show you, okay. Here this is our document, right? And the database for MongoDB is schemaless, right? If I insert this one, insert, will I insert it successfully? Yes. Okay, inserted successfully, right? And now let me find we inserted successfully. Now I want to insert. Will it insert it successfully? No, no. Let me show you. See here. Duplicate key arrow collection test column index duplicate key X is none. The reason is, let me show you, okay, using this one. Okay, let me and this one, okay. This is our document so far. We have a document X1 and X2, and then we have Y2, right? So when I have Y2, what's the X value for this document? The X value is none, because X doesn't exist in this document, right? So X by default value, X is none. Now I want to insert another document, is M is 3. So this one also don't have X. So when inserted into database, have implicitly X value is none. Okay, so this is already in our collection. It already has one X is none, and you want to insert another document X is none. It's gonna fail because we have unique index on the X, right? And now it's gonna have a duplicate value. That's why here it failed. Okay, I think you got it now. Okay, so and next topic we'll talk about sparse index, which can solve this problem, which means can solve this thing, these two. Okay, it can insert it successfully. Okay, that's it for this unique index. I hope you understand well about unique index now, and just give yourself a little bit of practice and you will understand more. Okay, thank you for watching. See you. Bye bye.